Let go of others' opinions. Zen wisdom to sleep in peace and be yourself. You've spent the day carrying so much. The invisible armor of expectations. The quiet pressure to please. The tired weight of holding yourself together, just enough. Just right, just safe. But here, under the soft hush of night, you don't need to carry any of that. Here, in this sacred space of stillness, you can take it all off. Slowly, gently, like unbuttoning the noise from your soul. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone, sit still for just 2 minutes. Place your hand on your heart and ask yourself, who am I if no one else is watching? Breathe. Let the answer rise, not in words, but in feeling. Carry that presence into your day. You don't need to convince anyone. You just need to live from that quiet place. One breath, one choice, one act of authenticity at a time. That's how peace becomes real. That's how Zen becomes a life, not just a moment. In tonight's journey, before we begin, a gentle note: if you feel like sharing, let me know where in the world you're listening from tonight. I love seeing how far peace can travel. This isn't just a video, it's a space. A quiet space where you are allowed to pause, to breathe, to let go. There will be moments of silence woven into this journey, no voice, no words, only soft music and your breath. These are not empty spaces. They are part of the meditation. Moments for your mind to rest, for your heart to soften. Let them hold you, not rush you. And as we near the end, you'll notice the sound gently fading, easing you into deep sleep. Without effort, if you are still here, fully present until the last breath of this journey, you'll receive a small gift, a simple bedtime practice. Not just to help you sleep, but to slowly, gently, transform how you live. Let us begin now, together. In gentle. 1. Why others' opinions keep you awake at night. Have you ever laid in bed, eyes wide open, heart still tangled in a single sentence someone said to you earlier in the day? Maybe it was a passing comment, a look that lingered a little too long, or a message you weren't sure how to read. And somehow, instead of drifting into the soft rhythm of sleep, your mind kept circling that moment, again and again, as if your entire self-worth depended on it. You're not alone. In the stillness of night, when the world quiets down, the noise inside often gets louder. And that noise, most of the time, isn't our own. It's the echo of someone else's opinion, someone else's voice, sitting where our peace should be. You see, in modern American life, we're surrounded by invisible eyes. Social media, coworkers, family, even strangers at the grocery store, all of them seem to have a say in who we are. What we wear, how we live, we're constantly performing, even when we don't mean to. And it's exhausting. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "People suffer because they are caught in their perceptions. They are not able to let go of their views." And at night, that suffering often shows up as restlessness, tension in the chest, a weight that refuses to lift. When we carry others' opinions into bed, we don't rest, we rehearse. We replay conversations. We imagine comebacks. We shrink parts of ourselves just to fit into someone else's idea of who we should be. And slowly, we drift further away from our own center, the place within us that is always still, always whole. But tonight, I invite you to remember this. You are not the version of yourself living in someone else's mind. That version is shaped by their fears, their upbringing, They're unmet expectations, not you, the real you, the you who breathes, who listens, who hopes, is untouched by their projections. In Zen, we return again and again to the breath, not because it's trendy, but because it is truth. When we breathe with awareness, we return to the only place where opinions can't reach us, the present moment. So, take a moment right now. Gently place one hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm. This is you, not the comment someone made, not the silence you misread. Just you, alive, present, real. Let this moment be your turning point. Let the opinions of others pass by like clouds in a wide, quiet sky. You don't need to grab onto any of them. They're not yours to carry. And if your mind wanders back into that noise, it's okay. Minds do that. Just notice it, smile softly inside, and return. Let the breath be your anchor. Tonight, with the help of Zen deep sleep meditation, Zen deep sleep healing music, and the simple truth that you are enough as you are, may you rest deeper than judgment. May you sleep beneath the noise, and may you return to your true self. As the Japanese Zen proverb says, let go or be dragged. You don't need to carry the weight of someone else's view. You were never meant to. So lay back now. Let your head sink into the pillow, and allow yourself to be here, without explanation, without defense, just here, because this is where peace lives. This is where Zen deep sleep stories begin. And this is how we enter the quiet night, not through proving, but through releasing. You're safe now. You're home, in yourself. Let go, let be, sleep well. 2. The Zen mirror. You are not what others see. There's a strange kind of sadness that creeps in when you begin to live as someone else's version of you. Maybe you feel it too, that dull ache beneath the surface. The one that whispers, "This isn't me." We've all stood in front of that invisible mirror, the one built from expectations, assumptions, and opinions. We look into it and ask, do they approve? Do they like me? Am I enough? And night after night, we try to fall asleep carrying the weight of those answers. But deep sleep rarely visits a mind that's busy performing. Zen invites us to gently step away from that mirror, not in rebellion, but in remembrance. Because the truth is, you are not what others see. What they see is a reflection, often blurred by their own fears, judgments, and conditioning. But Zen reminds us, the finger pointing at the moon is not the moon. What others point at may look like you, sound like you, but it's not who you truly are. Zen Master Dogen taught that to study the self is to forget the self. At first, this sounds strange, doesn't it? But what he meant is beautifully simple. When you stop obsessing over how you appear, you begin to experience who you truly are, beyond the roles, beyond the labels, beyond the mirrors. In the stillness of night, we have a rare invitation to return to ourselves. Not the polished version, not the pleasing one, but the quiet self that simply breathes, and feels, and knows its own rhythm. Tonight, as you rest, I invite you to gently let go of the image you've been holding up for others to approve. You don't need it here. The pillow beneath you doesn't care about your resume. The blanket over your chest holds you just as you are, not because of how others see you, but because you're here, and you're human, and that is enough. Feel your breath. It's soft, like the first wave meeting the shore. Inhale, exhale. This is your rhythm, not shaped by the crowd. not built by opinions, just yours. With each breath, allow a layer to fall away. The mask, the performance, the need to explain yourself. This is the space where Zen deep sleep relaxation begins, where we no longer carry the story others wrote for us. If you feel emotions rise up, sadness, relief, maybe even grief, welcome them like old friends. They've been waiting to be seen without judgment. This, too, is healing. This is Zen deep sleep healing music. Not with sound but with silence, the silence of acceptance. You don't need to try tonight. You don't need to fix or improve or become. Your only task is peace. And that, dear one, is the purest Zen teaching of all. So let go now, just a little more. Let go of being someone for them. Let yourself be someone for you. The soft you, the tired you, the real you, as your body sinks into the bed, as the world fades into stillness. May your heart remember, you are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to understand yourself. Let the opinions go, let the mirror fall, and drift now into a night shaped not by expectation, but by presence. This is where the Zen meditation deep sleep music plays without words. This is where the Zen deep sleep stories come not from books, but from the quiet knowing inside your chest. Tonight, sleep not as the person others see, but as the one you've always been. Waiting quietly beneath it all. You are home. You are safe. You are whole. Sleep now, not in their reflection, but in your truth. Three, the noise in your head and how Zen quietly dissolves it. There's a kind of noise that doesn't come from the outside. It's not the hum of traffic, or the tick of the clock, or the creak of the old floor beneath your bed. No, this noise lives in your head, and some nights, it won't stop talking. You know the kind. It replays what you said, what they said, what you should have said. It wonders if you're falling behind, if you're enough, if you'll ever feel truly at peace. And in the quiet of the night, when the world softens and stillness should come, it gets louder, not because it wants to hurt you, but because it's never learned how to be quiet. Zen doesn't try to fight this noise. It doesn't label it as bad or try to push it away. Zen just watches, breathes, smiles, and in that patient stillness, something begins to shift. The noise fades, not because you forced it, but because you stopped feeding it. You see, the mind is like a pond. When you throw stones of worry, fear, and overthinking into it, the ripples go on and on. But when you sit quietly, without throwing anything more, the water settles. It always does. It just needs time, and space, and your gentle presence. Zen master Shunryu Suzuki once said, "When you realize nothing is lacking, The whole world belongs to you. And in this moment, dear one, nothing is lacking, not even your racing thoughts. They are simply part of being human. What you do with them, that's where peace is born. Tonight, let's sit together, not in a formal posture, not on a cushion, but right here in your bed. Let your body soften, let your shoulders drop, let your jaw release. Breathe in slowly and breathe out gently. No need to force anything. Just notice. This is Zen meditation, deep sleep music without sound, the rhythm of your breath, the stillness between the thoughts, the space between the heartbeats. As you breathe, you might still hear the noise, the judgments, the memories, the unfinished business. That's okay. Instead of trying to quiet it, simply say, I see you, I'm here, and return, again and again, to the breath. Each time you return, you strengthen a new pathway, a quieter one, a kinder one, a path that doesn't run from your thoughts, but walks beside them until they no longer need to scream to be heard. Let the breath be your anchor. Let it carry you gently back to now. This is how Zen deep sleep relaxation begins, not by emptying the mind completely, but by offering it something softer to hold. And if tonight, the thoughts come strong, louder than you'd hoped, don't worry. Even the most chaotic mind can rest inside the arms of awareness. Even the stormiest night can drift into sleep if you stop trying to outrun the rain. So let yourself be here, noise and all. Let your bed become a temple, your breath a prayer, your presence a sanctuary. You don't need to fix your thoughts. You don't need to silence your mind. You only need to meet it with the quiet gaze of compassion. This is where Zen deep sleep stories are born, in the space where the noise no longer defines you, but simply passes through, like wind across the trees. Tonight, sleep not in resistance, but in surrender. Let go of the need to solve everything before morning. Let go of the idea that peace means silence. Peace is presence, and you're already here. So breathe again, soft, slow, steady. The noise may still echo, but you no longer live inside it. You live here, in your body, in your breath, in this moment, and in this moment, there is peace. 4. Be yourself without apology, Zen's way of inner authority. You've spent so much of your life trying to be enough. Enough for your parents, enough for your partner, enough for society, for the world, for the version of you they expect to see. And tonight, maybe, just maybe, you're tired of it. Not in a bitter way, but in the quiet way that arrives when your soul is ready to come home. There's a special kind of pain that comes from constantly editing yourself. From questioning your words, your laugh, your silence, wondering if you were too much, or not enough, or just wrong somehow. That kind of tension doesn't just sit in the mind, it clings to the body. It keeps your chest tight, your sleep light, your spirit restless. But Zen doesn't ask you to fix yourself. Zen only invites you to return, not to some perfect version of who you should be, but to the unfiltered, unarmored presence of who you already are. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "To be beautiful means to be yourself." You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. Let that land gently, like a soft breeze against your skin. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. Tonight, as you lie in bed, maybe wrapped in soft blankets, maybe alone with your thoughts, I want you to hear something clearly. You don't owe the world an apology for existing as you are. You don't have to make yourself smaller to keep others comfortable. You don't have to hide your sensitivity, or your strength, or your softness. You are allowed to rest in your truth. You are allowed to sleep, not as someone else's idea of who you should be, but as the quiet, real, luminous being that you are beneath it all. And that's where Zen deep sleep meditation begins, not with perfection, but with presence, with the moment you stop performing and just begin to breathe. So breathe now. Inhale gently, like you're sipping air. Exhale slowly, like you're releasing the weight of the day. Feel what it's like to be in your body, without adjusting anything. No need to correct your thoughts. No need to justify your feelings. Everything in you is allowed. Everything belongs. This is your Zen deep sleep relaxation. The space where you no longer have to explain. Where your worth isn't up for debate. Where peace is not earned, but remembered. You don't need to do more to be deserving of rest. You're already worthy. You're already enough. And I know, it's not always easy to believe that. We live in a culture that profits from your self-doubt. That pushes images and ideas of who you should be louder than your own heartbeat. But you can come back to yourself now. You can choose to belong here. To this breath, this night, this soft moment of surrender. Let the day fall away. Let the outside world melt like a candle's final flicker. You've done enough. You are enough. This is how we reclaim our inner authority, not by shouting who we are, but by gently no longer hiding. Tonight, let the sound of your breath be the only approval you seek. Let your own heartbeat be the only applause you need. This is where Zen deep sleep stories begin. Stories where you don't chase anything, but simply rest in being. You don't have to apologize for resting. You don't have to earn this peace. You're here, and that is reason enough. Sleep now, not because you've proven your worth, but because you're finally done trying to. Sleep, dear one, as you are. 5. Sleep as who you truly are. A night practice in letting go. You've spent the day carrying so much. The invisible armor of expectations. The quiet pressure to please. The tired weight of holding yourself together, just enough. Just right, just safe. But here, under the soft hush of night, you don't need to carry any of that. Here, in this sacred space of stillness, you can take it all off. Slowly, gently, like unbuttoning the noise from your soul. Zen teaches us not to become anything more, but to return to what we already are. Not through force, not through striving, but through letting go. And maybe that's all tonight asks of you, not to fix, not to rise, not to figure it all out, just to lie back and let go. Let go of who you thought you had to be today. Let go of what they said. Let go of what you couldn't say. Let go of the urge to be understood. Inhale slowly, feel your chest rise. Exhale gently, feel your body soften. Let each breath be a small surrender. Let each breath return you to yourself. There's nothing more to do, nothing more to perform, nothing more to prove. This is the place where Zen deep sleep healing music begins, not just in melodies, but in the quiet restoration of your spirit. So rest, not as the version of yourself the world sees, but as the one who breathes beneath it all, the one who listens quietly, the one who, even in silence, is still enough. Zen master Eihei Dogen said, "A flower falls, even though we love it. A weed grows, even though we do not love it. Things come and go. Opinions rise and fade. But the true you, the one untouched by praise or criticism, remains. Let that version of you sleep tonight. The version without armor, without masks, without resistance. You are here, you are home, and this peace belongs to you. If you are still here, at the end of this video, here is your reward. Regular practice will help you transform your own life for the better. Your practice for tomorrow, when you wake up, before reaching for your phone, sit still for just 2 minutes. Place your hand on your heart and ask yourself, who am I if no one else is watching? Breathe. Let the answer rise, not in words, but in feeling. Carry that presence into your day. You don't need to convince anyone. You just need to live from that quiet place. One breath, one choice, one act of authenticity at a time. That's how peace becomes real. That's how Zen becomes a life, not just a moment. If you'd like to listen to more videos like this, without breaks, without interruption, just one soft wave after another, you can visit the playlist section on our channel. There, you'll find longer compilations, carefully curated Zen deep sleep stories and Zen deep sleep meditation sessions lasting from 1 to 3 hours. Or even longer, perfect for a full night's rest, or for those who want to drift off and stay deeply asleep without being awakened by silence. If you prefer shorter videos like this one, around 30 minutes or so, simply continue exploring our main feed. There's always something gentle waiting for you here at Buddhism in You. And if this video touched something inside you, even just a little, we'd love to hear from you. Leave us a comment below. Share a thought, a feeling, or just a simple word of presence. Your insights don't just support the channel, they help create a space where others, just like you, can feel seen and safe. We are deeply grateful for every breath you've taken with us. See you tomorrow night, here.